Hi, and welcome everyone back to the Cyberspeak Labs. My name is Rihanna Schultz, and I'll be your aide today as I guide you through different learning opportunities here in Cyberspeak Labs. As I said, I am very excited for this guest. Her energy is awesome, and it's going to be a really enjoyable episode. So I'm going to pass it over to Shantel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Shantel, and I am new to cybersecurity. I say new, but it's been the past 2 years. So I started on this journey by early in my career, I was going to school for education. I wanted to be a fifth grade teacher.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yes, I know. So then I decided, when I was almost done with school, I decided to open a dance studio. Dance had been part of my life since I was 2 years old. So it's something that teaching and having a studio kind of just went hand in hand. And through that journey, I've owned and operated the studio for over 20 years. And through the years, technology has always been an important part of my journey. I know some people might not see, how does a dance studio and technology go together, but it was always extremely important to me. And I implemented technology in any way that I could and always stayed on top of everything. And I really fell in love with the business part of owning a business and policies and procedures and implementing technology procedures and teaching everyone on my staff knew how much I love technology. And when something new came out, I would introduce it and we'd learn about it and everything. So it was definitely a part of me. And when, in addition to the studio, I also had a photography studio. And we did dance photography and sports photography. And so the love of technology played into that as well. And I just reached a point in my career where I was really ready to pivot. I wore a lot of hats and I just wanted to go in a different direction. But when I was trying to decide, it was still technology. And I decided to pursue my degree in cybersecurity. So I just finished my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity.
Yay!
Yay!
Congrats! That's a
Thank
big
you.
deal.
Yes. So I took the challenge and I thoroughly enjoyed going back to school and earning that degree and working through that Python class and all the things that go along with it.
I love it.
And
And
then,
you know what? You have such an advantage. And I don't know if anyone's ever going to tell you this, but I'll tell you this. With having such a root in mentorship and then like the creativity with dance, those aspects will take you so far because I don't know if like you ever realized that you might probably think different than most of the programming engineers. And I'm telling you what is the creative side of this field that really, really, really just like elevates you on how you think and stuff because you're so used to like, oh, maybe I can put moves with this type of beat or how do I sync to this next? And it allows us to think diverse in a way
yes.
and compared to like some people who are very instructional based and like people that are in my opinion from the music side or the dance side they're looking at a holistic bigger picture rather than just like step one, step two, step three. And it's just like, how can I make all of this flow in together? So I don't know if anyone's ever told you that, but
That's
I'm,
so great to hear. It's so great
yeah,
to hear.
yeah. And it will, I don't like, I did dance for a while before like corporate life and everything. I cannot do a full or over split now if my life depended on it or even an aerial, heaven forbid. But nobody wants to see that right now in the office.
That would
But
be fun.
it would be fun for someone, not me. But who knows? Maybe it'll just come out of thin air. I'm just like, oh yeah, muscle memory's still there. Heaven forbid.
Right.
But yeah, no, like having that creative side, it translates and people do not think about that. So, kudos to you and your journey. It's so different. And I love always hearing about a dance girly coming into the tech field. So
Yes, we're very disciplined
yes,
and
very disciplined and on
very
beat.
disciplined. Yes. And I think we definitely bring something different, like you're saying, to the career.
Yeah.
I also think that, one of the things that some people, like, you come from a dance background, so you have some sort of understanding.
Yeah.
And not everyone understands the journey of a dance studio owner, and the things that go into the project management side of things is just everything was ran as a
Yeah.
project
And
throughout.
and, like, for people that are listening that have never done dance, like, you have to figure out music that is along the lines with copyright, you have to do costumes and makeup
Mhm.
because you're telling a story of the dance, you have to figure out what the story is, how many people to be in it, how to stage it, like, it is not a Dance Moms episode
No.
where it just happens in the same day where they learn a solo, like, if that did happen, I don't know, but, like,
Yeah,
there
no,
is so much
no,
that
no,
goes
that didn't
behind it. No.
happen.
Yeah, and again, right, those skills absolutely translate, and people don't really put the 2 and 2 together. And, I'm sure, just talking to you and, like, in the 5 minutes we've been talking, I am sure you are one of those people that is organized and definitely has, like, everything to a T and a disaster planner if something happened, if someone forgot, whatever. Like,
Yes,
you forget your fake eyelashes one time, and heaven forbid.
absolutely.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
The studio owner has another set.
We're good. Get the emergency first aid kit out, and it's just makeup palettes.
Absolutely. And, we put on a performance every year, and that is it's such a big, you're handling everything from the seating, 1,000 guests are coming, and you're doing reserved seating. And, we've gone from, before these ticket places were around, we had to seat people, but now we're lucky. And that's where I always implemented the technology, because the technology is there. We don't need to stand in line outside and wait for our tickets and things like that. So I definitely implemented all those things along the way, and it's been an exciting thing to see. For a little bit, I had a surface desk job with the as a contractor for the U.S. Marshals.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was so interesting to see everything come into play,
Yeah,
everything I had been studying for. And the thing about owning a business is you definitely have an understanding of when a policy or procedure is rolled out. You really have an understanding of the background of it. Where did it come from? It's not just somebody saying they need that you have to do this now and they're just being mean. Like, you really have an understanding of what went into putting that one little policy in place and why it's in place. So
yeah.
I've been gravitating more towards the GRC side of things. And I'm actually studying for my CMMC CCP, eventually to become an assessor. So that's
Oh,
where I'm looking to
yay! These
go.
are all
Yes.
good things.
Yes. I really, like I said about the policies and procedures, I really love having that, that big picture of why we're doing this. And we're doing this to protect systems, and we're doing this for the safety, of our country. So it's just there's a big picture that
Oh,
goes with it, with all these little parts.
oh, bless you for doing that. I am and also, like, your drive is just so inspiring, like, you know what you want, you know how to get to it, and
Mhm.
you're just going for it. Whether if it's scary or not, who
Right.
cares? Like, it is so inspiring just to see someone be like, "I'm gonna go do it, and this
Yes.
is this is who I am, and this is who I'm gonna be." And that's so cool. That is awesome. We need more people like that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I actually starting my master's degree too, so I'm just like going
What?
all at
Oh my
it.
there is no stopping this at all. That's so cool.
Yep.
Now, I have to ask you, what inspired you to, I would say, go get your master's? Most people kind of like stop at the bachelor's. So it may be, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Is it potentially like teaching college down the road?
Yeah, and that's it. I have an open mind when it comes to that sort of thing. I still love to teach.
Yeah.
I really enjoy teaching. When I would have a new hire at my business, and I had to teach them all about our systems and everything, and I really enjoyed creating videos for them and teaching them. And
Hmm.
just the natural teacher side of me just always comes out, and I always enjoy that part. And the whole assessor part, there is a little teaching aspect of it. So that's another thing that kind of like drew me into it, is just having these rules to follow, and let's figure this out, and we can work through this, and let's try this, and let's implement this.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And I guess let me ask you this. During your cybersecurity, studies, what was your favorite class and why?
My favorite class. Oh, I hate to say it was Python because I'm not it's not something that I will be doing.
I always tell
However,
people, like, your favorite class isn't like the, "Oh, I'm excited to wake up at 8 AM." Like, sometimes it's your
right.
most, like, memorable class that you
It
took.
is. That and when I had to, take the Network Plus certification, because that was one of my classes, I feel like it was the one of the most, I think it's the one of the most underestimated certifications they have, is that Network Plus. It
Yeah,
was frustrating, however, it's just lays everything out. It's
yeah,
really showing you having a good understanding of everything. And I do like to have a good understanding of everything. I might not, just like Python, I might not be working doing this. However, as frustrating as what it could have been, and what as it was, I enjoyed getting that exposure to it and really having an understanding of all the different areas.
yeah. And, like, I don't know, sometimes it feels healthy to be challenged mentally and not get
Hmm.
it the first time.
Yes, yes.
That's why I stopped playing Candy Crush. It was too challenging mentally.
Yeah.
It was too stressful at some point.
And it feels good afterwards when you have a class like that that really challenged you. The reward is what you get after that
Yeah,
feeling of, oh my goodness, I didn't let it take me down. I still kept going. And, I guess that's the dancer side of me as well, is that we push it and we don't think we could do it. We don't think we can master that skill, but we just keep going after and after it. And we understand the repetition of things, and we understand, that it takes time. So it's just that came back on to school. It just, as hard as what it gets, you just have to just keep going and take your time, take a breath, go at it again, because you're going to get it eventually.
yes. Ah, I like it, and I just I wish I had a teacher like you, early on that just, was patient. I
Yeah.
was a wild child at 9 that did not wanna sit still, probably because I learned what a cartwheel was at 9, and that was, like, my identity for a good 3 years.
Uh,
Um,
we
but
always have one like that. There's always the cartwheel girl.
the kid that never wore shoes, the cartwheel girl, the kid that somehow always had, like, the tater tots in his pocket, and you're like, "How?"
Yeah.
How did you get that? But no, that's I again, right, I'm gonna go back to the drive. The drive is just absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm just gonna ask a general question. Now that you're kinda getting into the cybersecurity side, have you ever thought about how cybersecurity could be added to, like, a course curriculum for a lot of schools and stuff like that? Kind of like doing that self-reflection, looking back into it now?
Absolutely, especially in today's world. I just noticed with my kids that I taught class, taught dance to. I had a leadership class that we also had, so
Yeah,
we didn't just have dance. I had a specific program that I developed for the high school kids, and we talked about everything going on in the world, and we talked about technology, and they definitely they need that. They need to be taught what's going on a deeper level, and how to
yeah.
keep themselves safe. And social media was always something I talked about in my leadership classes, about how they present themselves to the world at such a young age and everything. So I don't think there's enough of that going on in the school.
Yeah, and it follows you as much as you think it doesn't. It
Hmm.
definitely follows you. I taught this one class about and it was a high school talk, exactly what you're saying, and I pulled up one of my family members' home address and everything just by, like, a quick whatever, and then I'm telling you what, you find their 2008 Facebook post, it was a whole era of just hot mess in
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah. I know.
I'm like, we left the AOL, like, messaging boards, and we just went straight to Facebook, and, I kinda make a joke every once in a while, and I change my status, during my day job because you can set your out of office message, so I set my out of office to "It's complicated," and so many people were like, "Aren't you out of office?" I'm like, "It's complicated."
Right.
Now, a lot of people take exams, they go through college, they have all of literally a chapter of their life dedicated to studying. What are some tips that you recommend for people to be set up for success when they're about to walk into an exam?
Um, Definitely prepare. I'm not a big crashing last minute has never been my thing. I've always had to do the long game.
Yep.
And so knowing that you need to do the long game, that the long game is better for you. When you need that night before, instead of cramming, take off, take a break, give yourself time to breathe, and then go into it. But I think the long game is I think a lot of people don't realize the benefits of playing the long game with studying and just taking parts. And I have to remind myself that quite a
Yeah.
bit when you're trying to like, okay, I want to take that certification in a week, and then you just got to like, wait.
You're just like, "Oh, wait." Man, that reality bus hit hard.
Right. You take that practice test and you're like, oh, maybe not.
You're like, "So that one free retake, got it."
Right, right.
I always joke that, a lot of, like, the test vouchers, they give you that one free retake because that first take is to humble yourself for
Right.
for the actual take, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. And when I went to college before, none of that was a thing. When
Yeah.
I went to college before, you didn't get a second chance. So that was a little new to me. It's great that they have, that with certain things. But yeah, back in the,
You're like, "I
back,
appreciate the one freebie, thank you."
yes, yes. That way. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to, if you put in the work,
Yeah.
sometimes you need that freebie just to get your nerves settled and you have an idea, you're better prepared if it's a new company that you're doing a certification with and you're really not sure about the way they ask the questions. Sometimes that cut yourself a break, take that first shot and just go at it and don't don't be too upset if you don't pass that first time. It's okay.
Yes, yes.
Because no one asked you how many times you took that test.
I mean, think about our driver's test. Nobody's asked me that. I failed it at least, like, 5 times, but
Right.
I got a car key, so
Right. That's all that matters.
don't get me wrong, it says I'm blind on it, but we got LASIK to fix it, so we're set,
Oh,
you
there
know?
you go.
And that's so true, like, they just you got there, and
That's it.
that's really what employers kinda want, so, yeah. Now, I have to ask this as well. Going from education and dancing to full-on technology, I'm assuming you told some friends and family that you're like, "Hey, I'm done teaching. I think I'm gonna go do this cool thing called cyber." What was their reaction?
You always get this shocked look like, wait, what? Definitely, they're just puzzled at first.
Yeah.
But, as I talk about it, they get it. They hear my passion. They get it really quickly. When I let them know that, that part, my past career was, I felt fulfilled and I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. And it was just time to move on. We all move on things. I would tell my kids that all the time. You can choose to go to college for something and you can do it for a while and then you can change. Like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to change and you will have other interests in life. And that's just, where I was. And after I explain to them what I'm doing, they get it. They know that tech side of me. It wasn't just all about teaching dance classes. They they just all know. They all
Yeah.
know. Oh yes, she made us. We had to do it. We had to register this way. We had to register online before that was even a thing. And those sorts of things. I was always in the forefront with technology, so they get
And of
it.
course, now you probably get phone calls like, "Hey, this thing's coming up, and how did you do that?"
Yes, yes. And too, I was always the one teaching dance class,
Yep.
and having to give tech support at the same time because the front desk was having an issue connecting the printer to the computer,
Oh, no.
So it was always, yeah.
And of course, you're like, "I'm qualified now. I let me show you."
Right,
You're
right.
like, "Step
Well,
back."
What I keep saying though is technology advances, but our printers connecting to computers don't always advance the same way. We're still struggling to keep them connected to our computers.
I think about like all of my dance instructors back in the day before like there was like real laws against this and probably, like website blocks and Google to warn you. But I think about how they got their music sometimes now, and I'm just all like, oh no. Like no.
Oh yes, there was a lot of that going on back in the day.
Oh my god.
There was
You're
a
like,
lot of
I am gonna pretend I did not see this whatsoever.
well, and a lot, I've seen that transition happen going from, we had CDs that everything was on.
Yep.
And I even had tapes that some of my teachers gave me when I opened my studio that I had to transfer to digital, and then making that shift to that iPod. And it was just like almost like the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, younger kids don't understand how great, especially for a studio owner that has to listen to so many different. It was just really a challenge to pick out music. I mean, it's still a challenge, but we have everything at our fingertips now that we just absolutely didn't have. You had to buy the CD to listen to it, to maybe like it, and that's it. You know.
Yes. Now, you sound absolutely busy with all your studying and your drive and everything else. What do you do in your free time now to kind of just relax or just have fun?
My dogs, my
Oh my
husband.
gosh, thank
Yeah.
you for saying dogs. I was really afraid you're about to say cats. And I was not that I'm not a cat hater, but I am my fur baby is I love dogs. They just
Yes.
I just love my dog.
I do. We do have a cat. I say we have a cat on accident. We do have a cat, but she has been by accident. So she came
That's
to
okay.
us.
That's okay.
But
Accidents
we
happen.
were we were first. We're first dog people.
What breed of dog do you have?
I have a standard poodle and a small Maltipoo.
Oh my gosh, what a fun combination.
Yes, yes. We used to have a lab, but
Oh,
we had to say goodbye. But we had a lab as well, so we had three very different dogs.
very smart dogs too, in their own
Yes,
way. Mischief.
yes. And the poodle is definitely, we keep saying she's human. So that's
Oh, yeah,
just,
they are human. They know what's going on.
mhm,
They're so smart.
absolutely.
Oh my
They
goodness.
are. Well, what do you have?
I have a beagle, and I call him the main character because he's the main character of my life. If you kind of like look up my logos and stuff, it's still the beagle, and it's natural that he would just transcend over to everything I do. I don't know if you can hear my door in the back, but he's currently like pawing, and he
Uh,
does the same where he sticks his like paw underneath the door to let you know
uh,
like he's still there. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like
he
in the
needs to know
bathroom, you
you.
can see the little paw, or like he knows how to get his ear flap like underneath the door because he just wants to
Aw.
be with you. And I'm like, it's cute, but I just need 5 minutes, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're our life. Our dogs are our life.
I love that. That's so nice. Okay, so we are getting close to the end of the show, and I typically ask the world's two most hardest questions, and that is as dry, sarcastic as I can be with this. And the first question I'm going to have for you is a lot of our listeners, they like to connect with people through LinkedIn and X. What is a good way for people to connect with you or maybe just ask questions about your journey? Because your journey is awesome and it's very unique. And there's going to definitely be some inspiration and probably follow up from a couple of our users. So, just where is the best place to connect with you?
On LinkedIn, absolutely. Yeah, just look up my name on LinkedIn, and I'm pretty active. I stay pretty active on LinkedIn.
You are. You're very active. I usually try to like creep on the guest before the show just to kind of get like a fresh image. And I was very impressed with your LinkedIn.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to see where your journey is gonna go. I can foresee you speaking at a couple of events just because of how unique your is and everything. Like even with transitioning into careers, people are I hate this, but people are so afraid to talk about the transition period. Like it's embarrassing. I'm like, no, it's
No.
courageous for you to be like, okay, I want to do something that I know is going to make me happy. So we
Yeah.
need more great success stories like that for sure. So
Yeah. I
thank
mean,
you for sharing yours.
no problem. Everyone reaches a point in their life where it's time to make it, they want to make a change, and it's okay to make a change. And maybe we do have to talk about it more to make it
Yeah,
more acceptable.
for sure. So I can definitely see that. If not, I hope this podcast at least encourages you to check out some public speaking events because
Well, thank you.
I'm very excited for you to get out there and
I
promote
love to,
everything that you're doing.
I appreciate that. I love sharing my story. If I could inspire anybody to take any sort of change or do something that makes them happy, I'd be honored to be able to help them do that.
Oh, and that's why I that's why this community is so great. It's just the collaboration that we all have. Everyone wants to help each other. Stranger danger on the internet went out the window in this field. So
Yeah. Well, I had to, starting over in a career, all of my, I had a very tight community in the dance world, and I still
yeah.
do. I still talk to, all of my friends and my studio owners from all over the United States and Canada and Australia. And, I knew that it was important to do the same thing in this career.
Yes.
You can't get anywheres alone. And connecting with people just makes it all worthwhile.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Your net worth is your network. I will die saying that. And whoever is writing my tombstone, I don't want that on my tombstone. I want number one value meal on McDonald's to be on my tombstone. So because that is what's gonna kill me. Um, so this is gonna be my next question and my final question of this podcast. And this is gonna be probably the worst question, and a lot of people hate it, and I don't care. It's my podcast. But what advice do you have for our listeners? And this can be anything between career advice, this can be something that you learned from your journey that you want to share, or maybe how to have a Starbucks hack menu item. I don't know. But I wanted to give you the last few minutes to just spit any advice you might have for our listeners.
Advice I would give, your listeners would be to, don't apologize for where you came from. If you are changing careers, definitely own everything you've done. When you have people, especially changing in the career that I've changed from, you might have a lot of people not wanting to give you, the respect for where you have come from. Be proud of where you have come from, and, um, that says more than not talking about it. So just be
Oh,
proud of where you came from.
I love it. And like you are a walking example as to be proud of that. And again, if you have any questions or anything, we'll definitely include your LinkedIn below. Please keep us updated on your journey and all of your future education success because I want to be the first one to say yay in the comments
Thank
because
you
it's
so
a big
much.
deal. All of this is a big deal. So you are a walking inspiration for a lot of people. And I'm so proud to have you on this podcast. So thank you for joining us.
Well, I totally appreciate you having me, and it was a great joy talking to you and all
Awesome.
your listeners.
And the listeners, yes, in the lab. Thank
Yes.
you, listeners. You make this happen. Which, by the way, if you have not already, please make sure to like and subscribe the podcast, rate it. We love ratings. We love comments. We love all of the positive things that help make this lab grow and bring on amazing guests like the one we had today. So, again, please make sure to comment, follow, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in the lab again soon. Bye.
Bye.